Hey Gold Rush fans, episode 21 arrives this Friday, so let's break it down. Welcome back everybody to Gold Rush Minute. If you're new to the channel or a subscriber, I'm Gold Rush Minute, where I break down the most recent episode of Gold Rush and all its spin-offs. We talk about the miners and go over past episodes of the series. So let's start with the Beats. Unfortunately for last week, there was little to no actual mining from the Beats crew. They were all moving that Kui wash plant to its new home for the remainder of the season. The little mining that we did see, Mike was talking about the permafrost that's in the 80 pup cut. This is something that the team Beats will have to overcome if they want to achieve 5,000 ounces. It's late in the season now and winter is coming, so that means a few different things. Number one, more equipment breakdowns. The wear and tear that these machines take during the season all adds up to the very end. Number two, there is going to be a mad scramble at the end of the season now to get that remaining gold out of the 80 pup cut. Tony was seen in earlier episodes using a monitor to help get that gold out of the ground. This could be coming this episode or possibly the next. So let's talk about the gold now. Last week, Tony mined 427 ounces of gold, in which now they're over 3,500 ounces for the season. Just leaves 1,500 left to go. This week, with the permafrost, this is going to play a huge factor for the Beats. And with quick thinking and having all the right tools available, the Beats crew will mine between 450 to 500 ounces of gold. Next up is Parker. So Parker's having a few issues up in Alaska. Number one, water keeps setting the team back. And without a plan of keeping it out, you might as well quit on that wolf cut. Number two, his custom-built wash plant has yet to be seen this season. An educated guess puts him in September, which is past that August deadline when it was supposed to arrive. Number three, Parker only has 1/10 of the amount of gold that he set out to get for Alaska. He does have a contract, and with this, it could void that contract with his unsatisfactory results. Parker does have a very strong team up in Alaska, and without a doubt, they will pull off the impossible. It's just going to take a longer season for them to get it done up there in Alaska. For Parker's Yukon operation, it's basically on cruise control, with or without Parker being there. It makes no difference. He's positioned his crew perfectly to where he can go on another adventure and still pull record-setting gold. This week, Parker's going to be doubting everything up in Alaska. Between the water and the lack of gold, tensions are going to be rising between Parker and his chosen leaders up in Alaska. Tyler, she did the right thing by turning off the plant to save the cut. But the way he had his foreman leave when Tyler and Parker were, talking at the cut makes me think that there's some tension brewing between the two of them. So let's talk about the gold now. So there was no gold last week, just an additional 4 feet of mud in his cut. Parker's Alaskan crew this week, they're going to mine their best ever, close to 200 ounces of gold. But this will be from 2 cleanups, not just a typical one. And for his Yukon crew, an even 600 ounces. Hey everybody, I just want to take a moment and thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel. And if you haven't yet, it only takes a moment and it's free to do. Next up is Team Misfits. Fred and his band of brothers are coming off their worst week in Gold Rush, and possibly the worst week as a seasoned miner on Gold Rush. Fred had high hopes for that game-changing 460 excavator, but Carmen stepped in and destroyed it. His leased excavator broke down not once but twice in one episode. This might be a record for one piece of machine breaking. Times are pretty tough for Fred and his crew right now. With a severe lack of gold, some of his faithful crew members, they might be stepping out sooner than later, leaving Fred severely short-handed. His Freedom Cut just isn't producing the gold that he hoped for in the beginning of the season. Equipment will be breaking down on the guys again this week. We're still waiting for his excavator to catch on fire, and it might be this episode for that. Hopefully everybody's okay, but still, more bad luck for Team Misfits. For me personally, I've been rooting for the other miners, but now I'm starting to feel a little pity for Fred and his crew. Not bad or sad, just pity. The guy can't seem to catch a break. Let's talk about the gold now. So Fred will double his gold haul from last week, but that's honestly, it's not saying too much. Team Misfits will mine between 15 to 18 ounces of gold. Next up is Team Clayton. Another team that can't seem to catch a break is Brandon and Brady. These guys are working their butts off, but it seems like they're taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. The guys are fortunate though. They have the gauntlet cut. For me personally, I'm surprised that they haven't ran out of pay yet and they're still able to run the dirt. This week with the weather changing and winter coming sooner than later, the guys better have a plan B and C ready to go. Their equipment is going to be pushed even harder and hopefully nothing breaks. Let's talk about the gold now. The Claytons are at 93 ounces for the season. Their hope of 500 ounces is unreachable, but they could still do 250 ounces for the season. This week, the brothers will mine 25 to 30 ounces of gold, surpassing Team Misfits. There you have it, Gold Rush fans. If you like the content and you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. It's free to do and I greatly appreciate it. Till the next time.